Good evening. Hello there, and welcome back to Sleepy Scions, our peaceful corner of Eorzea where we slow things down and we savor every step of the journey through Final Fantasy XIV. This is a Let's Play where we take our time, we read, every quest, as long as it's not voice acted. We absorb the lore, we let the story unfold at its own gentle pace. So if you're playing along or unwinding after a long day or simply looking for something soft or soothing to fall asleep to, you are in good hands. Grab a blanket, maybe a drink, and go ahead and settle in. Oh, and while we're all here together, just a little reminder to always be kind to yourself. Drink some water, get some rest, call your friends. Take care of your body and your mind because you matter. And I'm glad you're here. So, let's get comfy and let's get started. All right, Julia. Let's fire it up. Where we last left off, we were in the process of obtaining an airship. And we've since obtained that airship and it has returned to Gridania. Now the airship is in bad shape. And so Alfino and Sid are in the process of repairing it, and we have been tasked with heading off to find anything or whatever we might need to help repair it. Sweet somethings. David has a simple proposal for you. The Writ Master Mimidoa gave you the grant. The writ Master Mimidoa gave you may grant you access to the island, but only authorized personnel may proceed past this point. Why, you ask? Look up and see for yourself. When that giant massive crystal struck the lighthouse, it caused severe damage to both the structure and the machinery within that once powered the beacon. Contrary to what the small folk would have you believe, the fires of Pharaoh Sirius were not the product of a mage's thaumaturgy or a colossal arcane bomb, but an elaborate contraption fueled by ethereal energy. Repairs are still ongoing, but it's anyone's guess when they'll be complete. What's worse, all work has ceased since rumors of the Walking Dead drove off our entire crew. Not that those rumors are incorrect. I've observed the fiends from a distance, at the ship graveyard to the south. What's drawn them to our shores is still a mystery, though. I'll make you a deal, Julia. Help me unravel this mystery, and I'll bring you your corrupted crystal. In fact, I shall be searching for one that satisfies your requirements. As for where to begin your inquiries into the situation, it just so happens that a party of 3 adventurers came ashore not long ago, seeking to scavenge valuable trinkets at the ship graveyard. I'd be surprised if they knew nothing of the undead infestation, so it might behoove you to question them. So to further clarify on, what I had mentioned, we are looking for things to fix the airship. What we are looking for is a corrupted crystal, because the way into to get to Garuda is to use a corrupted crystal that has a certain type of energy that is able to pass through the wind energy that Garuda is surrounding and protecting where she is. It's all there for the taking. 5 bleeding years worth of wrecks in their cargo. But those queer dead things in that voice, actually the voice was quite nice. Gods, that voice That single fleeting verse, I can still hear it. Stay clear of the southern shore, friend. It took every ounce of my strength to resist. Is it like a succubus or a siren? Is that what we're dealing with here? You saw them too, right? Dead people just shambling about without a care in the world, except when they do seem to care, that is, and start shuffling towards the water. So there's a voice that is capitulating, and there are dead people walking around. You can clearly see them. Huh, this talk of an alluring voice is disturbingly familiar, as if but that's impossible. They're all dead, aren't they? Spit it out, David. Ew, David. Ew, David, spit it out. But if they have returned, that would mean, oh, beg your pardon, I was just thinking about something. Which reminds me, I received words that Master Mimidoa would be arriving any moment. Apparently he grew frustrated, waiting for the young sweet lass with skin as soft as phoenix down to return, which I'm assuming is you. I don't know what sort of arrangement you had, but you should probably go and explain yourself. Ugh, what a fucking creep. Dog, I will step on you. What's been keeping you, initiate? I ain't getting any younger, you know. Some honey-voiced harlot's been calling out to folk that wander near the ship graveyard, and it stirred up the dead and all. Bloody hells, this takes me back to my days as a cannon boy, sailing under old Mistbeard. But they wouldn't dare, would they? Not after the lesson we learned last time. Ah, they bloody would, though. Wouldn't they, brazen old biddies? Some folks said that the first purge would be the last, but I knew deep down in my bones that this day would come, and come it has. Aye, I bet me bum ear sirens all behind this. I knew it. I knew it. I called it. I said, yo, it's a siren. Yo. Nay, not one of the sanguine variety, initiate. I speak of the other kind. Them what's got feathers and lure sailors to a watery grave with their sweet, sweet song. Oh, but it don't end there. No, drowning's just the start. See, even in death, a man stays bound to the beast, forced to do her bid until his corpse can't do it no more. 'Tis a fate I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy, except maybe in drink. And I'd regret it after. Any road, 'tis up to us to stop this hell's-born hussy before she takes another soul. Of course, we can't send you marching off to war without these. The siren don't have no power over a man who can't hear a song. 'Tis lucky for you I carry a spare pair, and lucky for the both of us. I'm a superstitious old sod, eh? Well, she ain't coming to us, so we best on head over to her, to the ship graveyard, initiate. Yep, I definitely got a little bit southern in the halfway through that dialogue, just because I'm trying to figure out what kind of a voice he would have, and then just reading his vernacular as we got to that point, about halfway through, I was like, oh, this sounds like something that somebody in Kentucky would say. There's a bleeding hussy. She's gonna get it. Look at all these dead people. If she passes near the shore, she's sure to spy the campfire and come up looking. Just a matter of waiting now. Click the campfire, do the duty. Wait, waiting, waiting, waiting. Now it's dark. Yawn. Huh, I'm beginning to wonder if some sly bugger ain't spun us a yarn here. Quiet. Do you hear that? 'Tis her. Look, out over the water. She's come, Nishit. She's come. Nice. Quick, lass. Shove them plugs in your ears and get ready for a fight. As soon as she realizes you're deaf to her ditty, to her ditties, she'll call on her thralls and we'll be up on her neck and corpses before you know it. I have the echo, dude. I don't think we need to. Hither, embrace, mine everything all. True love spurned her cruelty's reward. Ayo, save me. More. Call out, callous soul, dead to desire. Spare, mournful mistress, distress. Why? We're gonna dot them all up. Melody, last breath of mine, last breath of death, the rhythm, dost thou not to relent, regret forever alone? Forever alone, that's me. What are the bubbles for? Oh. Come here, bubble! The captain. My love a river. One look, soul shiver. No more dark eclipse the heart. I mean, she never figured out that we couldn't hear. She just kept singing and sending people. If it's not working, why waste your time, you know? Yeah, am I right? Am I alright? I'm better than that, Nishit. Happy as a sailor in a whorehouse, I am. Of course, I'd be happy as a sailor with 2 horses if we gutted the songstress. But you can't have everything, can you? She'll not come coon around here again, though not for a while, any road. And if she does, well, we know what to do, don't we? Thanks for the help, and bugger me, I've clean forgot your name. Remind me, Julia? Don't recall having known this shit by that name. But if you're not me old mate, or what's name? Why, you've been so bloody helpful. Why you been so bloody helpful? Ah, never mind. Be seeing you, lassie. So I'm not an initiate. They think I was. And instead of being an initiate, I just helped. And then he's like, whatever, fuck it. You mean it was a siren? But how are you able to resist her song? I see. I had heard that Master Mimidoa was involved in the first purge, but I never actually... Huh. Having survived an ordeal like that, I can't blame him for carrying earplugs around with him. Anyways, I have something for you. The corrupted crystal you wanted, safely sealed within the pot, just as you requested. Please, take it with my compliments. Yay! We did it! We did it! Cena. And her name is John Cena. Oh, it's you. Welcome back, Julia. You're looking remarkably hale, I must say, and more importantly, alive. You are alive, aren't you? Yes, I'm alive. Aha! The conquering hero returns, bearing a gift. Might I have a closer look? Impressive. Very impressive indeed. Yes, I think you'll be quite pleased with this specimen. Congratulations, Julia. Seldom, if ever, have I encountered a corrupted crystal composed of such a volatile overabundance of fire aspected ether. What? You wanted a corrupted crystal composed of ice aspected ether to counteract the effects of a raging wind? Ah. Well, this specimen won't help you there. Anyone who knows anything about the elements could tell you that. You'll just have to keep looking, I suppose. I thought we were done. Tina knows where the corrupted crystal that you seek can be found. Don't fret now. I know exactly where to find a corrupted crystal comprised of ice aspected ether. An associate of mine in Gridania has been studying the effects of one such crystal on living beings. What's that expression? I thought you'd be pleased to hear this news. This is not another wild dodo chase, I assure you. And what's even better is that this time you needn't use that warded pot of yours to protect yourself from this crystal's energies. Eden's findings suggest that it is quite safe. Why, you ask? Well, let's just say it has undergone a unique process that has rendered such precautions unnecessary. Anyways, do not let me keep you. It has been a pleasure, Julia. Come back and see me sometime, alright? What a pain in my booty. We did the thing just for the thing to not matter. Feels bad, man. Amphitheater. What's this? Broadening Horizons? The White Wolf Gate. Oh, I think that's PvP. Eden. Greetings and salutations, Miss Capicola. I presume. Cena informed me of your adventures in Aleport. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Though, as Professor Lambertines is fond of saying, no action taken in the name of science is ever truly wasteful. To the matter at hand, corrupted crystals possessing the properties you seek could be found in abundance at the standing corpses following the calamity. Alas, that is no longer the case, and while there is at least one suitable crystal that remains to be found within the Twelveswood, precisely where it is at any given moment is more difficult to say. Permit me to explain. You are familiar with Spriggans, yes? The furry little rascals that are wont to seek out ores and other stones? Well, one such creature, with an infamously insatiable appetite, has single-handedly devoured every corrupted crystal in the Twelveswood. Fortunately for you, these crystals take an eternity to digest, assuming that they can be digested. And I am reasonably confident that this one still resides within his gut. Quite fascinating, really. My theory is that this Giggity first consumed a corrupted crystal when you couldn't care less about this, could you? To the point then. Giggity seldom makes his presence felt unless there is a particularly fine fodder to be had. Therefore, we shall require a lure, and I have precisely the sort he would find impossible to resist. Simply place this true heart. I shall save the story of the origin of its unusual name for another occasion outside of the Spriggan's lair and wait for the opportune moment to pounce. As for the method by which you retrieve the crystal from his gut, I'll leave that up to your discretion. Thank you. I am going to rip it out. Because at this point, I am annoyed. This is annoying. You know the scene in Dumb and Dumber when Lloyd like rips the dude's heart out? That's what I'm gonna do. Let's cross the bridge. Aha, we have found the Spriggans. Look how cute they are. Look how cute. Oh, you piece of... We found them. Alright, Giggity. Please don't walk over here. No, go. You're joking. I'm running. Do not pat me. Do not. All right, we have extracted the crystal from Giggity's belly. Ah, pray do not sneak up on me like that. I was engrossed in... Wait, what is that? Sniff, sniff. What is that god's awful smell? My word. That is a breathtakingly beautiful crystal. I see my supposition was not mistaken. Ah, ugh. And I also see you weren't adverse to digging through Spriggan's entrails for your prize. We owe our furry friend a debt of gratitude, you know. This thick coating of digestive juices is protecting us from the harmful effects of the crystal, just as the warded pot you once did. Why so gloom, friend? Why so gloom, friend? You finally obtained the corrupted crystal you sought, one overflowing with earth aspected ether. Calm down. I jest. It is compromised of I suspected ether. Worry not. I suppose that joke was in poor taste, considering your previous two attempts were for naught. Better late than never. Eden has neglected to return to you your corrupted crystal. Beg your pardon, Julia. I forgot to return your crystal to you. Oh, and there was a message for you from Professor Lambertine. Something about a man named Marcus? Apparently the professor misses the intellectual stimulation. Forgive me, I should have written it down. It occurs to me that I have yet to ask why you needed that crystal. You aren't planning anything nefarious, are you? 'Twould reflect poorly on me and my research if it was used for evil ends. Ah, well, perhaps it's best I remain ignorant. I didn't become the professor's greatest pupil by filling my head with unnecessary information. Okay, return the crystal to Sid. But first, I want to return to Limsa and see if there's a job quest I can do. See if I can get another heal. In the image of the ancients, Alcazolca has news which should be of great interest to you. Good to see you, Julia. I have made yet another discovery which pertains to you and your scholarly arts. I have come into possession of several ancient engravings, including some which show the traditional raiments of Nemean scholars. In fact, the extraordinary detail of these illustrations, coupled with the information gleaned from other sources, was sufficient to deduce their design. At present, it is impossible to say how historically accurate my designs are. That is why I propose we enlist the aid of Eorzea's prominent artisans, so that we might recreate these garments. Should they prove sufficiently authentic, I expect your fairy will regain more of her missing memories. In the hands of a in the hands of a prominent weaver, say Master Redolent Rose of Sun Silk Tapestries, this information should be sufficient. But you cannot journey to Ul'dah until you have gathered the leaves of a direwort. My texts explicitly mention that the plant's pigments were used to dye Nemean uniforms. Alas, direwort is much rarer than it was in days of yore. It can only be found in the fog fens now. Lest you think I mean to make you do all the work, worry not. While you scour Mordona for the plant, I will contact Master Rose and convince him to help, though I doubt it will require much effort. Okay, so it sounds like this is the quest. Okay, I'm gonna have to travel. It sounds like this is the quest where I get my job clothes. Kind of when you like do a character create and then you like click on the job clothes and it puts you in like the, I don't know, traditional job clothes for the moment or whatever, what have you. 1 second. I need to blow my nose. So I'm going to run over here in a tune and then mute my mic. All right. I have cleared my nose, I believe. I see a porter. I click a porter. So we're going to bust up to the cerulean processing plant. Ooh, 49. 49. 49. Note to self, avoid the area, if at all possible. A Dobby boy. Basilisk. These things are big. Oh my god, they're massive. They're massive. Alright, now I gotta run up to Mordona. Alright. Yay, I sold my bat wings. Is this gonna open for me? I find that strange. That the things just open. But I mean, I'm not complaining. I just think it's weird that like, oh yeah, here's a like massive military base of Garlean soldiers. We're just gonna open the door. You come on, come right on, come on through. Ah, we have found the direwort shrub. Oh shit. How do I get Aether Flow? Alright, let me collect this. Let me collect this. Alright. Deliver the leaves and thesis to a redolent rose in Olda. Okay, I will. But first, let me take a selfie. We attuned. Now I gotta go to Olda. I wonder what my outfit's gonna look like. Weavers. Man, am I glad that I unlocked all of these when we first started this, because this has saved so much time. I suppose you do have a rather scholarly air about you. I've been expecting you, Julia. Have you the leaves and Alcazolca's designs, then? Here. Crafting raiments that have not been seen in 1500 years. This is indeed a daunting challenge. But it is one I suspect I will enjoy a great deal, for rare is the day a weaver revives ancient fashion. I shall begin at once. You may observe if you like, but be aware it will be a lengthy process. It has been some time since I labored with such intensity. I adhered to Alcazolca's designs as best as I could, though there were certain aspects I felt compelled to change. His lack of familiarity with textiles and weaving led to what I can only assume are errors. You will note that I could only complete the cullets. This is because the other garments require skills that I do not possess. Mistresses Serendipity and Jiva of the Goldsmiths and Leather Worker Guilds, respectively, can provide the finishing touches to the remaining pieces. Ah, but you were unaware that I could not craft a full set by myself, were you? Very well. I shall send word to them on your behalf, Julia. You will need only visit each guild and present them my unfinished work. You imposter. You're not even real Italian, Juliana with a J. Huh. How dare you? Alright, now we have to go to Serendipity and the Goldsmiths. Greetings, Julia. Red said you'd be along shortly, so let's see that mortarboard. Huh, this shouldn't take long. Wait here a moment. Here it is, as promised. Amazing, what a difference a mithril tassel can make, isn't it? Wear it with pride, Julia. Now off you go, and be sure to enjoy your time in Gridania. Leatherworking. I'm faster than you. Jiva. Ah, Julia. The woman who would single-handedly revive the scholarly arts. All right then, show me what you got. Master Rose's work is marvelous. As to be expected, this will be a pleasure. There you go. One pair of fingerless buffalo leather gloves, perfect for the scholar who prefers that her protection does not come at a cost to dexterity. Oh, the boots? Belly will see to those. He's an expert cordwainer, so you needn't worry about the quality. Besides, I've already spoiled you by making your gloves for free. You're the scholar, yes? I've been instructed to assist you. If you would please let me see Master Rose's work. This craftsmanship is amazing. I cannot wait to get started. Here you are, madame, made with the finest boar and buffalo leather, in accordance with Alcazolca's designs, which are very impressive, I must say. He must be dying to see the completed set. I know I would be, had I gone to such great lengths. You ought to surprise him by wearing the garments when you next meet him. Scholar stuff. But I can't wear the hat because I'm a bunny. I still need the chest piece. Oh, Jesus, it's these guys again. Weirdos. By the gods, I feel as though I've been transported backwards through time. You are the very image of the Nemean scholars of Eld. Well, minus the gown, but still, never in my wildest dream did I think it would turn out this well. Ha! I see you approve as well, little one. Suffice it to say, we can consider this a great success. For your fellow man, Algazolka wishes to propose another way you might rekindle your fairy's memories. Ah, yes, I forgot to mention that while I was awaiting your return, I made considerable progress with the deciphering of my Nemean tablets, much of which I have learned until now has pertained to the roles of scholars within the military. However, these latest texts offer insight into a scholar's activities during times of peace. As you can imagine, they were not the sort to let their restorative magics go to waste. One particularly stirring account describes their selfless efforts to combat the spread of a virulent plague which at one point threatened to engulf all of the Nim. Naturally, They did so with the aid of the fairies, which is why I believe that similar acts of charity may serve to further waken your winged companion. If you are of mind to test my theory, why not journey to Camp Bronze Lake? You will find no shortage of the sick and wounded there. Rakusa Farusa would doubtless welcome your services, were you to offer them. He presides over the Warm Wine Sanatorium, and so be sure to have a word with him if you decide to go. Oh, I'll have a word with him. Don't you worry about that. What's this? Restores HP. Ooh, that is a big heal. That's a big boy. How do you fill this up? Rakusa Farusa. Hello, and welcome to Camp Bronze Lake. If you desire treatment, Pardon? You wish to administer treatment? Are you even qualified to? Wait, you must be Julia, the scholar. We are happy to accept any assistance you can provide. I am told you possess magics which can cleanse the body of toxins, impurities, and maladies. At the present, we have 5 patients visiting the springs who would benefit from this care. Pray attend to these individuals and return to me when finished. A short breath invalid. Are you here to help me? I don't know what's wrong. I just can't. Oh, I have to cast a suit on him. My lungs, I can breathe again. Bless you, miss. Bless you. Wine soaked. Try taking a wound sometime, lass. Sure, it hurts like hell's at first, but then you get to drink away the pain. Huh? What the? Why'd you have to go do that? Ah, bugger, now they'll take my wine away. Can't sleep. Mummer will eat me. Can't sleep. Mummer will eat me. You've set me free. I no longer feel his eyes upon me. Oh, corrupted ether. Hold on. Miarmin bid the same since Cartno. Sharugan says the flesh is willing, but the spirit is weak. I say he's a superstitious git. What? What's this warmth? Did you do that? I thank you, whoever you are. I am Julia Gabagoo, healer of all maladies. What's wrong with me? My wounds have closed, but I still feel so weak. Huh? What did you do? You took something from me. Something bad. I don't know what you did, but I'm glad you did it. Thank you. All right. Wait. Can I get Vincenzo in here? All right, let's go talk to Rakusa Farusa. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. What you did for those patients was nothing short of miraculous. Their commanding officers will be pleased to hear that they can return to active duty. You and Alcazolco have my deepest thanks, Julia. You are quite welcome. Rakusa Farusa. Bibbity boppity boop. Julia, Rakusa Farusa tells me that your potent magics exceed all expectation. Had a good time, did you? Hi, I thought you might. It warms my heart to see the two of you making such great strides, and it reminds me. And it reminds me I must work harder to see that I am not left behind. For the nonce, I will resume deciphering the Nemean tablets. Though they have yielded an immense quality of information on the scholarly arts, I remain confident that they contain an equally impressive wealth of tactical information. A new art, Lustrit. We're going to put that here. I still don't know how to fill up my thingy. Ooh, I would love to have that. Ooh, that's cute. All right. Where am I going? This way? Greetings, madame. Do you wish to proceed to your vessel? All repairs and modifications have been completed, Julia. Once you bring me that crystal, nothing will stand between us and Garuda. Here you go. I'll need to run some tests to be sure, but this looks to be exactly what we need. Worry not, Julia. I'll see that your hard work doesn't go to waste. The Enterprise is already more than a common airship, but mark my words, soon it will become something greater, something extraordinary. This is me. This is what I was born to do. I'm glad you're on board, dog. Lady of the Vortex. Okay. What seems like Garuda is the next quest. I am going to hop off here for the night, and we will pick up where we left off in the next round, or part, whatever you want to call it. So I want to thank you all for stopping by, and spending some time with us. And if you would like, you can always do the YouTubey things. And um, with that, I want to wish you all a good night. Sleep tight, and we'll see you next time.